Okay, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Mock Draft Monday. This is going to be the third one posted on the channel and my second one. So we're on Yahoo again. It's another standard league. So goals, assists, plus minus, power play points, shots on goal, and hits. And for goalies, wins, goals against average, and save percentage, as well as shutouts. So I gave myself the 12th pick. I know some of you have been asking in the comments about what to do with the last pick. So I'm going to give it a shot here. See who lands at my position, and then see how I can set myself up for a successful draft. So always the first thing to do, go ahead, start adding in your sleepers into the queue. This is a little tight for time because I just joined in this, but I'm going to fill this up with players that I like. The ADPs are starting to move around a bit here. I don't mind that. I'd be surprised if I end up drafting DeBrusque, especially in there's only 16 rounds. We'll see what happens though. My boy. So I don't think I'm going to draft a goalie here, but I'm really curious to who falls to me and who will be available at this pick. I think I want Barkov because I do want to get that center position filled up. There's just so many good wingers available. Oh, I guess you guys can't see my queue, eh? Let me move this over slightly. All right. Then I also have our fantasy puck projections up here. Now this is a problem last time. But my queue is full. We got some players that we like here. Where's Evander Kane rank now? Oh, he's still just being so slept on. This doesn't make any sense to me. Love Bouchard this year too. All right, we got enough. So I'm hoping I can grab Barkov based on our projections. Number 11 or 12 would be about Gaudreau, Patty Kane. We all know the situation with Patty Kane this season. I still think he's being disrespected for his draft position. I think Kane is such a good player. So McDavid Leon right away off the board. My face is a little bit in the way here, but McDavid Leon, Matthews, McKinnon. So that's the consensus top 4 picks. If you have a top 4 pick, that's probably the order you're going in. Makar 5th, I like that. I wonder if the goalies are going to be taken here. Yep, so Igor 6th. To me, that's really, really, really early, but Vasilevsky, so 2 goalies in the first 7 picks. So I should have a good opportunity to take 2 solid players here. Kucherov, Makachuk, I'm fine with that. So I also have to remember that I'm not picking until 36, 37. So Rantanen actually fell to 12. That's crazy. I think Rantanen should be going much earlier, but that's the things with the goaltenders going early. So Rantanen's definitely my pick here. No question. Dual position eligibility. He's in for a big season, and he is our 10th ranked player for these league settings. So quickly, you jump into the second pick here. Now, I feel like I want to be going Yossi just to secure that defenseman position. But, yeah, I'm probably going to end up going Yossi here. Yossi or Barkov. You know what? Let's go Barkov. Center's going to be full for us early. And now we can just focus on all the winger sleepers we have. So you can see in my queue here, full of wingers, and I like Barkov a lot this season. So I'll head over to our draft sheet. This is one of our premium tools. It's super easy to navigate. And Rantanen Barkov. So it just totals everything for you to kind of see what you're lacking in. So obviously earlier with these 2 picks, we're lacking quite a bit in hits. So that's going to be one of our priorities. I know Tanner Jeannot is someone that's falling pretty late, someone that can get you pretty much win your hits category by himself. I would be surprised if Brady ended up falling to me, but yeah, he already went. 15th, I like that. Yossi, 16th, Huberto. I was getting some comments that I missed Marchand. So I'm going to keep him here. I like that. So Ovechkin ends up going 18th. Crosby at 19. I'm not a fan of Crosby this season. I think there's just better options. But I just think the injury history he's had, I don't know if we're going to see him play more than 70 games this year. That's kind of worrisome. I like Raquel a lot this season. Another winger that's just falling in drafts. He's supposed to play on the first line. So, Sergachev, another guy that'll be good for hits. JT Miller at 22. Stammer, 21. Yeah, so, I mean, the first 30 picks are pretty much going to be the exact same. I can definitely snag a Vanderkant at some point, but I think I want to be drafting a defenseman here. So, I mean, any of these three are solid options. I think Morgan Riley's fine there too. I wouldn't mind Seider to kind of give me some of those hits, especially early. Seider's going to play so many minutes this year. He should be solid. So Pasternak at 23, one of the more undervalued players in drafts. I'm moving this around. Ekblad at 25, Markstrom at 24. That's fine. Wow, so Carlson and Ekblad just went. I'm glad people are prioritizing D in this league, in this mock draft. You know, it's going to be, there's some pretty good players in here. I love Dobson this season too. We'll see where he falls, but someone I definitely want to grab. I'd be fine taking Seider at 36. Gotta remember Sam Bennett too, even though I already filled my center position. So started off with Ranton and Barkov. I can't complain about that at all. Especially in keeper leagues. Like, those are two guys you're going to keep for a while. I don't think I'll have 12th overall in any leagues. I came second in my big $100 buy-in league, so I'm going to end up with I actually traded my first pick. So I'll be picking 11th, but in the second round. Guys, this video is sponsored by my water bottle. Make sure you're drinking water. One of the key things to get you through your drafts. So the two other big centers in the top 30, Aho and Zibanejad. So those are guys, if you draft wingers really early, those are the two guys you're probably going to want to try and prioritize. Like if you're taking Kaprizov or Ovechkin in the first, second round, pretty good follow-up pick is going to be Aho and Zibanejad. Especially if you're not getting the top four, like elite centers, and I guess, I mean, you can categorize Rantanen in there. So it looks like Seider is going to fall to me. Now, I do have 30 seconds to try and work out my next pick. So, I mean, kind of hard to not take Svechnikov here either. Another just really high upside player on a good team. So the plus minus is going to be there. And because I took two guys that don't hit, I think we have them projected at 50 and 41 hits. They're well below league average. So Svechnikov is an easy choice for me here. And then following that up with Seider. So I got a winger right away. I already have my high-end defenseman. So now my priority is going to be defenseman and then see if I can grab a goaltender in my next back-to-back. So that's going to be 60-61. There's not many good D in this range. Like, it gets better in the hundreds. But I am fine taking Nurse as well. I like Nurse a lot this season. So let me add my two players in here. I'll show you guys. Mo Seider and Svech. We got Seider projected for 82 games this season. So Really, really good. I don't think he missed a game last year. You can see it's color coded based on where they rank in terms of above league average. So the greener it gets, the better it is. So Evander Kane taking 39th. Now that's really interesting. I mean, that's probably what he'll end up being ranked. So I actually really like that pick. Armand is the name. This guy. So let's see. Brady, Meyer, Kachuk, Evander. So he's really heavy on the hits. Almost too much. I think he needs to start working on some goals and assists, but still a really good start to a draft. But he hasn't grabbed a defenseman yet. So, I mean, just looking at this now, that 100 range for defensemen seems to be where a lot of the good picks are. Shabbat, Bouchard, Heiskanen, Dobson, all in the hundreds here. So late 4th round, 3 of the big goalies go. Campbell, Anderson, Saros. I'm definitely not a fan of Campbell this season. I am a fan of Stuart Skinner. Some of you might be on him this season. I don't know, but I think Campbell can lose the starting spot, even though he signed a good deal. And he is injury prone too. So Ottinger, another goalie, 49. Patty Kane drops to 51. Like, that's insane to me. I still think I'd rather Svech over him, but I think if you're at like pick 40 and Kane's available, I mean, you're kind of crazy not to grab him. Demko too, man. All the goalies are going, so I probably have to kind of switch my strategy a little bit here and try and grab a goaltender. I think Tristan Jarry is super, super undervalued this season too. Like, Pittsburgh's still going to be an elite team. They didn't really lose too much. Evan Rodriguez. I mean, they are a bit older, but it should be fine. Jason Robertson falling to 54. It's crazy Jack Hughes is still available, but my center position's pretty full. There's no utility, so it makes it difficult for me to take some of these center sleepers. I wonder how Kuz is going to be this season with Backstrom back and Backstrom healthy. Yeah, I almost want to wait on a D and take them here, 84 and 85, and just grab 2 of these D I really like. Oh, Jerry goes, of course. Yeah, it seems like there's no D I like here. I mean, goalies too are pretty scarce. I think I'm fine going Bobrovsky. He's not the best goaltender, but he should still play a lot of games this season. So I'm gonna grab Bob. I like the wins upside for him. Florida's still gonna be super competitive. And then who do we got here for forwards that are available? Yeah, I mean, if I had center open, I'd probably be taking Jack Hughes. Might actually grab another goalie. I might go Swayman. Yeah. So my goalies are solidified. I like Swayman a lot this season. I know the Bruins may not be as competitive as people think, but they're still the Bruins. They're good every year. They still have a lot of really good pieces. But with McAvoy out, that will hurt them. I think they'll be fine, though. So Swayman had like a 222, 241 goals against average, but he was really good in playoffs, too. Another thing too is I could have looked at Rantanen going to wing here, and I wish you can do that. Like, that's one of my wish list things for Yahoo is if I can put Rantanen into the wing position. Let me add my goaltenders. Yeah, see, we have Bob at 36 wins this season. And Swayman, we have Swayman projected very well. Darlene at 64 is fine. Doughty at 66, a little high. Guys, let me know in the comments if you think I should have went Jack Hughes there. I kind of forgot that we can move Rantanen over to right wing. There's just so much going on when you're recording, you're trying to get the sheets going. Picks are really quick. That's my only excuse, but I should be better. I should be more sharp. Hughes actually might fall. We'll see what happens. I feel like this Armin guy is looking at him right now. I'm kind of going against my strategy too with taking goalies a little bit earlier, but you have to adjust on the fly as you're doing this. So Marchand goes 74th. That's pretty good value. I don't know how he's going to be when he comes back, but that's good value for sure. I'm probably going to try and grab Nurse here or Dobson. So we'll see. And then hopefully Jack Hughes. But I do think this Armin guy is going to take him. We'll see. Can I move my face over a little bit? Yeah. That might be a little bit better. So the Armin guy's picking 2 before me. Armin, if you're watching, leave a comment. It's just a random mock draft, but you never know. Dobson, Knight. Yeah, Knight at 80, I don't mind. It's a little high. Oh, Hughes goes, then Heiskanen. Okay. So definitely going to be drafting a defenseman here. I think I'm going to take Darnell Nurse. I like him a lot. Especially for a league like this. His hit totals are so high. Yeah, seems like the pick here. And I think I want someone that's going to get some points for me. I like Robert Thomas, but I think I'm going to go Stützle. Another guy with dual position eligibility. I think he's going to have a really good season this year. We're all super high on him at Fantasy Puck. I also don't mind Teravainen. I think he was like 5th or 6th in the league for power play points last year, 31. Doesn't hit. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm going to grab Teravainen here. The plus minus, he's on a really good team. That power play was super good last season. And one thing I want to mention here is I know a lot of people are against drafting 2 players on the same team. And I know a lot of it has to do with the scheduling. So there's going to be weeks where Carolina's going to maybe play 2 games. So 2 of your really good players are going to miss, an extra game or 2 extra games. But for me, I don't think it matters too much. I think you're looking long-term in the season. I don't know if a player playing 2 games is really going to affect your week that much. And there's going to be times where they play 4 times in a week. But I think overall, the schedule is pretty evened out. Trouba. So this guy is going full hits here. Armand. I like Nylander, though. He balanced it out pretty nice. I got a while until my pick now. I think I want to grab Francouz if I can, late as a goalie. I don't think Georgiev is the census #1 overall goalie for the Avs this season. I think it'll be split. It'll be split, and it's also 40 ranks below. Maybe even further. Definitely want to try and grab Shabbat here too. 108. We'll see if he falls. There should be some good defensemen available though. And I'm going to update this. Teravainen. And Nurse. It's just so much green for Nurse. Scheifele ends up 94, so a lot of people have been talking to me about that, especially in the comments, about how Scheifele's falling like crazy. Someone that I might need to start keeping my eye on a little bit more. He's going to be a point per game player. Good on the power play. So Shabako's in 96th. It's a great spot to grab him. D are really starting to thin out. So this is my first time drafting as the last pick. And I'm finding it pretty hard to try and get some of the players you want just because of that time in between picks. Like you really, really have to reach. Warinsky goes. I think that'll be fine. He plays a lot of minutes. Samsonov. I think Samsonov's kind of in the same boat as Francouz, but Francouz is almost a little bit better. Gonna add Besser to my queue too. I like Besser this season. I was more of a bounce back guy. Georgiev. So Georgiev goes 101. It's a little risky for me there. I like Vrana a lot this season too as a bounce back. Could score 30, 35 this year. I wish LA didn't sign Fiala. Because Kaliev would be so good this year. But I don't think so anymore. He'll still be good, but I don't think he'll be... I was thinking he might be a 30-goal scorer this year. But not anymore. Fiala's going to take that power play one spot from him. Stutzel goes 103. Quick 104 is kind of... I mean, if you need a goalie that bad... All right, so my pick's coming up here. If I can grab Bennett, I like that. And I'm probably going to have to take a defenseman too. I think I'm fine with Bouchard here. Yeah, I'm good with Bouchard here. There's still some D I really like that are available. Especially Sergachev and Lindholm. I can't believe they're projecting... Sergachev was only a +6 last year. That's surprising. All right, so Bouchard. And then definitely going to take Sam Bennett here. So he would be my center, and then I'll just move Rantanen over to right wing. Definitely have some... That's the benefit of drafting someone with that flexibility. I think Bennett's going to be like so good this season. So good. We have him projected for 262 shots. We have Bouchard projected pretty nice too. I don't know if he'll steal that power play one spot, but I think even if he doesn't, he still skates so many minutes 5-on-5 with McDavid and Draisaitl. Guys, if you know a way if I can switch these positions around, oh my god, that'd be so helpful. But it's fine. Let's see what I'm lacking in. So my hits are pretty good now. I could do better on the point side, but shots seem really good. A lot of guys with over 200 shots. Bennett's the only guy we have over 250. We didn't really draft any high shot volume players early, but it should be okay. Kadri goes 110. Wow. Goal Caulfield. Don't mind him. I still think I want to finish off that defenseman position if I can. I think I can grab Lindholm pretty late, though. Lindholm's going to be super good this year, too. Sergachev goes. I was just about to click on him. Has Burns gone? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Don't take Tony DeAngelo. He's going to be good in the power play, but he's in the torch system now, and he's going to be a pretty big minus this season, I'm thinking. Pacioretty, this must have been an auto draft. Jason? No? I think Pacioretty's out for like almost the full season. Klimberg at 119. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that Anaheim team. Yeah, we have Raquel so high. He's finally on a good team this year. And what's his ADP? Look at that, 278. He's falling. Like, that's crazy. So I think I'm going to draft a defenseman, and I might even take Francouz here too. There's also Allmark available, so I could get both Bruins goaltending, which you'll see the video would have been posted actually yesterday at the time of this. So today at the time of this recording, but it would have been yesterday at the time of posting this, of the one-team goalie strategy that I've been using the last few years. Yeah, so I'm going to try and grab Besser and then a defenseman, which will probably end up being Hampus Lindholm. Yeah, because it really, really thins out here. I don't mind taking a flyer on Sanderson either, but I don't know, a little bit later, I think. Again, that's the problem with the back-to-backs is Lindholm's ADP is 175, but I don't know if he's going to fall there. And I got to wait, I got to wait 20 picks before I can make another pick. So I'm going to take Lindholm. Did Besser go? No, I don't think he did. And then Besser. Zegras is available at 133. I'm so full in centers, though. I think it actually like forces me to fill the positions here. But let's add in these guys. Besser and Lindholm. Yeah, Besser should be a lot better this year, I'm hoping. So McAvoy at 134. I don't mind that. The only thing is McAvoy's out for 6 months. So that means he has to start skating again. And it was shoulder surgery, so the shoulders are like one of the hardest muscles to repair. Spencer Martin, eh? Bergeron at 139 is an absolute steal. Wow. There's really like no defenseman left. Like I might just take a flyer on maybe Barry, which I don't mind. I got Bouchard, so it's kind of contradicting myself, but we'll see. Zegras ends up at 146. Oh, a lot of people are auto drafting now. It's near the end of the draft. Pick 13. So this is where you want to just look at your sleepers and see who you can take. So, I mean, I think I want to grab Raquel. I want to grab Jeannot. I want to grab Francouz, I'm thinking. So that's 3 of my last 4 picks. So I'm probably going to go Jeannot, Francouz here. Yeah. And then I'll grab Raquel, assuming he falls, which I think he will. Nichushkin's also available here, which I don't mind at all. The thing with Nichushkin is it was a kind of a one-off season, so I'm not entirely sure how I feel about him. So Jeannot will help me with my hits. How am I looking? 979. I have a couple guys that will help. Jeannot will really help. And then, you know what? I'm going to wait on him. I'm going to grab Raquel. They are sleeping on him big time this season. Just gonna pull up daily faceoff just to see. It's too early to tell, but so this is what they're projecting for the lines. And even so, even if Raquel gets moved down to the second line, it's still fine. And they don't have him on the top power play unit, which makes sense. But, I mean, one of Crosby or Malcolm will probably get injured at some point. So that'll open the door for Raquel. What do we have him playing? 74 games. So pretty good injury history then. So, really good. Oh, Verano, I think he just got auto-drafted. By Chris. Nope. The thing is everyone's team looks so good when you look at it before the season starts. But once the season starts is where it really starts to... you'll start to see whose teams are good or bad. Definitely going to need a defenseman for the bench, which will probably end up being Tyson Barrie. Oh no, I forgot about Seth Jarvis. Oh my god. Sad. One of my favorite players this year too. Crazy that he goes 170. So I'm going to take my goalie. And then my bench defenseman. Yeah, we have Francois projected for 29 wins this season. I think Barry's a good upside pick, just in case. You never know. All right, guys. So that will end the draft video. So I just want to make sure you guys can see the team. And I wonder if I can go through my draft results for my team. All right. So I ended up getting Rantanen in the end of the first round, which is great value. And then I went Barkov. So the picks that followed it, I think Barkov was one of the better players. I would be fine with Ovi, Yossi, Kachuk. And then I had to wait a long time before I picked. So all the way through, it's like snakes and ladders here. And then I grabbed Svechnikov and Sider. So I grabbed two guys that don't hit and then followed it up with two guys that will help the hit category as well as a ton of upside. Really interesting to see Kane going this early, but there were some better players in here. Hopefully this guy makes his pick and I can just peek. Yeah, okay, good. So I had to decide, I wasn't picking for a long time. So after the Sider pick, I went all the way around. At the end of the fifth round, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goalies off the board. So I had to quickly react, and I grabbed Bob, which I think's fine, and I grabbed Swayman. So 12-team league, and I grabbed the 11th and 12th goalie off the board. I had to be careful, right? Because then it goes all the way back around. Hellebuck went, Binnington went, Kemper went, Spencer Knight went, and then it was back to my pick. So imagine not taking a goalie or just taking one, and there's already 16 goalies off the board. So then I grabbed Nurse. I love him. I love his upside this season. I do have 3 Edmonton defensemen. That's probably going to end up being a problem for me, but I mean, just got to draft based on reaction to some degree. But I grabbed Nurse, high shot volume, high hit volume, and followed up with Teravainen. I knew my team was lacking points, especially with Sider and Nurse as my picks. And it was just the same thing where I had to wait. And Bouchard and Bennett, 2 guys I'm really high on this season. So overall, pretty good draft. It's really hard picking last because you just wait so long in between picks. And it's hard to kind of prepare yourself because you don't know who's going to go in the next 23 picks. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Guys, if there's any players that you think I should have drafted over someone I forgot, let me know in the comments. I love the draft discussion. I don't have my first draft for another 10 days, so definitely got to get the jitters out a little bit more and hear who some of your guys' favorite players are. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're going to be posting these every Monday. We're going to shift between myself and Chris, so Chris will be next Monday, I'll be the following Monday, etc. A lot of the big videos are coming out this week, next week. So we're going to get you guys fully prepared for your drafts very soon. We're super excited about it. If you want access to our draft sheets, our projections, everything, that's all available on our Patreon. The link to that will be in the description below. Other than that, guys, that was a fun mock draft. Hopefully I kept it under 30 minutes. I'm not sure the time I have right here. 35 minutes, so pretty good. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.